All right. Happy Monday. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good happy Tuesday morning for anyone in Europe or in Asia that's watching and listening.
Yeah. It's what, 11 o'clock at night in England?
I believe so. Yeah. So Eastern Europe is probably Tuesday morning.
So in the perfect Truman Show,
Are-
everybody hearing good morning, good evening, and good night.
Yes.
You want to turn your microphone on, or
I am on.
No.
It's always Diego.
Always.
What
are we gonna do with this?
Oh, I see you put the green hoodie on, so he's not blending into the
Danny,
blind.
what's going on?
Yo.
What's up, Danny? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Espero no del todo mal.
He's getting that.
English.
He's getting that
English
watch part.
language streaming only.
Oh, boo.
I do have to brush up on my Spanish.
Yes.
He's getting that view. The view count up.
Yes. Maybe most importantly, guys, how was the weekend?
There
for
you go. You see, you heard him.
Boo.
Yes.
It's good. I felt like I didn't leave.
If this was an English-speaking stream, he would have said BOO, but he's.
Boo. Exactly. Bilingual, baby.
What's ba?
The Dragon Ball Z, right? Boo.
Boo. There you go. You see, even there. No, come on, man.
Danny's into Dragon Ball Z, I feel like.
Of course he is. Yeah.
I felt like I didn't leave the brewery.
Oh yeah. No, it was.
Yes.
From 6:30 to 1:30, and back here at 6 again.
What a great weekend. We had watch parties. I have a potential spam incoming call. You can leave me a message.
Car's extended warranty.
Yes. my 10-year-old car. Great watch parties. Obviously, we had the one for Borussia Dortmund. We had our first official Third Rail Hudson Valley watch party since last week's was snowed out.
And they got to be very happy.
Great crowd, great victory, great match. Lots of Premier League action. Nas thinks he may have broken the curse. Possibly, perhaps.
Oh, I have no idea.
Perchance. Well, maybe we'll find out on the next match.
Yeah, we'll lose to Brighton 2-0.
Again, no. Aaron agreed not be cautious. He agreed to not bet against.
Brighton.
Not only that, but he actually watched part of the match.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes. So I got to my parents' house to pick up Riley. And lo and behold, what does my dad do? He puts on the Arsenal game. He's like, I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back before you leave. So I gotta watch the Arsenal game. Saliba puts it in the back of the net. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, and it's cool, good job. And then I have to take Riley home. Well, as soon as I get home, Pear messages me. Went to halftime with an own goal from Hincapie. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll put this on. As soon as I put it back on, Timber puts it on the back of the net. I'm like, all right, maybe the curse is broken. I don't know. Or maybe Chelsea's just that bad.
There is a possibility. No, Chelsea played well, though.
Yeah, I don't know. The last 3 losses were all Arsenal.
Yes.
So, no, that's what I'm saying. Arsenal is that good.
Well, that's why I said Arsenal's got to be wary of this Brighton match.
Arsenal has got their number.
Man City drew and lost to Brighton this year.
All right. Well, speaking of Man City and the rest of the Premier League, let's jump right into it. Match day 28 is fully in the books now. We kick off with Wolves hosting Aston Villa. And just as I started to say, I think Villa's magic has run out. I think they're just too thin to be fighting on all these fronts. The injury bug is getting them, which, again, I'm on record. I don't care who it is, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's Bournemouth, whether it's Villa. Injuries happen. I'm not buying it as an excuse.
I don't know. I know you say it a lot, but there's been time. I brought up that discussion with a couple other friends of mine, especially people that watch like other sports, such as like baseball and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people that aren't buying but everybody gets struck with injuries because there's times where like an entire team goes without him. Yeah. You know? There's times where an entire team goes without him, and another time where like your most important player is down, and it can change an entire season.
My point is, you go into every season knowing that
something like that is going to happen.
It's not like there's a conspiracy against the team that has more injuries, or it's part of the game. Whether it's
but it can influence the season to make things pretty bad.
Without a doubt, I grow very weary of teams and or their fan bases putting all their eggs in if so and so was here, we would have done well. But
there are levels of things.
He's not here.
It depends on the thing. It depends on the team. To be honest with you, the lower you're on the table, the smaller the team you are. Sometimes that one player makes a difference. Bigger teams.
Danny, what do you think? Are injuries a valid excuse for poor results?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know out there.
Should these teams and squads just be mentally tougher? And I'm not saying there's going to be a drop off when you're losing players.
Yeah.
I
think in other sports, I think it's a lot more noticeable in other sports. I think that's one of the big issues with soccer when it comes to people complaining about injuries is that in other sports it is a lot more noticeable, right? Again, you only have 16 games in a football season. That player goes out, that's pretty much the whole season because a lot of those injuries are pretty bad. You look at baseball, right? You might have a 5-pitcher rotation with a couple of guys thrown in here. You lose that number one starting pitcher, there goes pretty much your playoff.
There is and that is a perfect point.
Yeah.
There is a difference between soccer and most of other sports because a lot of other sports are positional.
Yeah.
There you only have so many players for that specific position.
Basketball, you only have 3 players in each position.
You can really rotate them. Soccer is kind of a little bit more adjustable.
You can use like soccer can play the 10 spot, or you can play the right wing.
Exactly. And to be honest, the only 3 positions that I truly believe that are irreplaceable in soccer, and it does definitely changes the dynamic of your team, is the center backs and the goalie.
And the strike. I think it's the goalie, the striker, and the center backs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not disagreeing that there is absolutely a drop off when players are hurt. But like I said, I'm not buying it. I don't care.
I mean, no. It's not an excuse. It's just a cause or a reason.
Look, it happened to NYCFC. Again, obviously, you're running into Miami with the best player of all time.
Yeah.
But when you lose Alonso Martinez to a torn ACL in the international break, when Andres Pereira breaks his leg in the previous match against Philly, is that probably the biggest well, I shouldn't say the biggest reason because the biggest reason is Messi and Suarez. And,
but that's a good
is that
chunk.
A major factor?
Correct.
Yes. But
it
happens.
Yeah. Exactly. No, the thing is, let's not let it drag out and use it as every game as an excuse.
Correct.
It's just accept it and be like, all right, well, we lost. And we lost because
how can we
move on from this?
How can we help the next player out? Because if you look at it, I'll take last year for example with Bournemouth. Marco Senesi had a long-term injury. Who came in? Dean Howson, Ilya Zabarny, who got sold to PSG and Real Madrid for I think 100 million combined. So they came in, they filled the role.
Well, it's funny because that's one thing that I was going to say. There are some teams, on the other hand, that seem to thrive in chaos.
Yeah.
Every time somebody gets injured, that's when they kind of hit that peak.
By the way, Danny, speaking of Real Madrid, my condolences. That's 2 losses in a row and now 4 points back of Barcelona. So I'm sure Daniel is ready to give you a nice ribbing either tomorrow or Wednesday if he hasn't already.
No, these 2 guys, man. It's just so great to see a Barcelona and a Madrid fan just go at it.
And we're right next to each other.
We're right next to each other. It's beautiful, though. It is beautiful.
And neither of whom have a single mean bone in their body.
No, exactly. They're just so polite to talk shit to each other. I love it, though.
It's like Canadians fighting.
Yeah, basically. Love you guys.
Let's get back to it. Wolves 2-0 win against Villa. This is a little bit of a Northern England rivalry, but goals from Joao Gomes, as it's probably pronounced, and Rodrigo Gomes. They did
no relation?
I don't believe so. They also have 2 center backs, both last name Bueno.
No way.
Yeah. If you're the commentator on for Wolves, you only need to know like 6 names.
That's it.
I mean, it also
Gomes
puts
to Bueno to Gomes
to Bueno. Dude, that might be a little confusing too. I mean, just throw names out there. Who cares?
I mean, it just goes to show you that draw against Arsenal wasn't a fluke for Wolves. They've been trying to play good soccer lately.
Yeah, they always do.
It's the magic of the kit, man.
It's the magic of the kit. I was going to say.
Man City struggled to beat them.
Yeah.
That was not an easy win.
Wolves have never been an easy win. They have never.
Well, I would say
ever since I've seen them.
The first third of the season, they were an easy win. But To your point, yes,
They
I know
make
what
the
you mean.
effort, though. They just put in the effort. I mean, it's one of those things that you're a small club, and I do believe that they don't have what it takes mentally. That's my personal belief in Wolves. They know how to put up a fight. They just can't close a match because A, B, or C reasons that happen within themselves.
Yeah.
But not because of the team or their heart or their resiliency towards, the actual soccer match and being on the pitch. It's just a small team that can win, but they do fight. They definitely have a
It'll be
lot of fight
interesting
in
to
them.
see how they fare against Tottenham in the championship next year. So we'll. All kidding aside, I love the fight from Wolves the last month or so. Obviously, way too little, too late.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are destined for the second division.
No doubt.
But it is what it is. All right, moving around. Let's go to the South Coast. Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. A first half goal from Mayenda for Sunderland, and a very strong comeback, both obviously in terms of effort and tactics, as well as on the score sheet. Evan Nielsen, your buddy,
again. Yeah, I'm so happy
in the
for that,
63rd
dude.
minute, he did come off with what they're calling a dead leg injury. So hopefully it's just a bone bruise or
Put a
something
little
like
too
that.
much effort into the game. It finally worked out, and it was like, oh shit.
Other notes that I noticed from this match, as incredible as Krupi is, he is not a starter right now. He's not a 90-minute player to do that. He needs to come in.
He was fading out at the end.
Things like that.
But good for Bournemouth. No,
Bournemouth.
Honestly, overall, Bournemouth being at the place they are is the best thing.
Bournemouth
for them
currently
now.
have the second longest unbeaten streak in the league, only to Manchester United.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, Liverpool 5-2 victory over West Ham. Goals early and often. 3 in the first half. Hugo Ekitike, Virgil van Dijk, and Alexis McAllister. Thomas Souček brought one back just early in the second half before Cody Gakpo scored. NYCFC alum Tati Castellanos got another one for West Ham. I think that's his second or third for the Hammers as they try to stay up. And Axel Disasi own goal closed it out for Liverpool 5-2 there. Newcastle, another team struggling of late down the stretch, who are also in Europe, hosting Everton, and they lose 3-2. Goals from Jared Branthwaite, Beto, and Tierno Barry for Everton, and Ramsey and Murphy kind of sandwiched in between those for Newcastle. And Newcastle now sits, I believe, 12th place, 13th place.
They didn't fall off. They just dived down. It was just ridiculous. It's crazy right now.
Newcastle are in 13th. They've lost 4 out of their last 5. And really, the home win over Karabakh was not great. It was a 3-2 win. So they have Newcastle coming up on they have Manchester United on Wednesday in the league, and then Newcastle Man City on Saturday in the cup. So
does not look good for them right now.
I think they're just tired. They're just tired of playing.
Yeah, I mean, both of those matches are home for them. So there's that.
They're like, please make it stop. Yeah. It's a little PTSD, I think. And it's funny though, wasn't that drop off started with the first or like the second match against Man City? They just kind of like. After that, they were just trying to get back, and you play Man City.
Right, the EFL Cup. They played them twice in the EFL Cup, then they played them once in the league. Now they got them again in the.
Yeah, I mean, but even before that, here's the first leg.
Yeah. So they beat Leeds, they beat Crystal Palace, they beat Burnley. They were on a winning streak, and then they go into the city, and it's just
the first match against Man City. Yep, and then they drew Wolves. Beat PSV, lost at home to Villa.
Drew PSG, lost Liverpool, lost to City, lost to Brentford.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just and if you notice, like you try to see that the results start kind of like come up again, and then you play Man City and you get beat, and then it's just I believe
the good thing is there are enough points ahead that they don't have to worry about relegation.
Right.
At this point, they can pretty much just coast to the end of the season,
which is honestly what they might do. I mean, I can't see them
doing anything else.
They're only 4 points out of Europe, potentially. So there is some room for them on that front. But I
They still have a game against Arsenal as well, I think, in the league.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't believe that they're going to go too far up anyway, so we'll just get it.
by the way, tons of goals this weekend.
Yes.
Burnley hosting Brentford, and Brentford with
The game of the week.
a 4-3 match.
My God.
They were up 3-0 after 34 minutes.
Yep.
And then Burnley fought back goals from Coyote, or an own goal rather, from Coyote in first half stoppage time. Former Bournemouth player Jaden Anthony in the 47th, Zion Fleming in the 60th, and then a Mikael Damsgaard goal for Brentford in the 93rd minute
And
to close it
two.
up.
Owen goal
Two.
on fire.
Oh, yeah, no,
Owen goal.
incredible. But
player of the year.
two Burnley goals disallowed in the last 5 minutes of the match.
I'm surprised that
He had
Owen goal
everything.
doesn't win the Ballon d'Or every year.
He should. He should at least on this one, though. No, this one is clearly miles ahead, that guy.
All right.
But no, yeah, sad to see that game ended up like that because it was such a good match that with those two controversial calls, one of them was controversial, the other one was just a clear
there were
offside. But
across many countries, there were controversial calls. I mean, we watched the NYCFC match.
We did.
Some very odd ones there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Premier League was rampant with them over the weekend. So.
Oh my God, yes, this match just kind of ruined the magic of two small teams going at it, and the referee was the one who decided the match at the end of the day. But like you said, that happens everywhere. Just gotta move on. I just had to say it though. It was sad to ruin the game like that. It was beautiful.
Yes.
All right, Leeds hosting Manchester City at Elland Road.
Damn it.
Leeds has been playing very well, although a lot of draws in that streak. And Antoine Semenyo, a first half stoppage time goal, gives Man City the 1-0 victory to keep pressure on the Gunners.
Yeah.
Antoine Semenyo, I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to think back. I mean, I don't think he'll win it, but he could or should be up for Premier League Player of the Year.
Because of what he did in both of the teams?
Well, no. I just in general, you look at his numbers, and he's doing quite well. I think he's probably third in the league in scoring behind Haaland and Igor Thiago.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give it to Leeds. Like they tried. I mean, they missed. There was a couple of chances that they missed an open goal that.
Yeah, it was.
They grinded out to the end.
It was a really heartbreaking match for them. Yeah, Donnarumma played lights out though.
Yeah,
he played really well.
Yeah, Semenyo is third behind Igor Thiago and Erling Haaland. I didn't realize Haaland had 7 assists. All right, I take back what I said. I thought
all goals, no assists.
No. Just I didn't realize his assist numbers were that good. All right. Well, I was going to say, has a player ever won the Premier League Player of the Year playing for 2 different teams during the year? But
no, I don't remember that. Not that I remember, to be honest.
I don't think so. I was thinking maybe Semenyo had a chance, but I didn't realize Haaland had that many assists to be amongst the league leaders. So
he's up on top on that one. Haaland is the for sure winner of this one. To be honest,
if you look just on numbers, I think it does have to be that. Obviously, they're almost never given to defensive players. Otherwise, you could put definitely Saliba or Gabriel in there. I mean, you could potentially put Raya in that run. I'm not a big fan of him personally, but he is the goalkeeper of the team that has conceded the least goals. But if you go by that token, then a lot of them might be kind of splitting votes to say.
Yep. There is always a position that takes the precedence in these strikers in soccer, especially.
For sure. So Man City get the 3 points. Keep the pressure on Arsenal. Moving back to the South Coast, Brighton hosting Nottingham Forest. Last week, Brighton had one of their best games of the calendar year. They finally looked like they were moving things in the right direction. And this was a 2-1 final, Brighton winning. All 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. An incredible goal from Diego Gomes. Morgan Gibbs-White drew things level. And then the ageless wonder. I guess you could say that about 3 different players on Brighton. But Danny Welbeck in the 15th minute, outshining James Milner for the Old Man Award for Brighton this weekend.
My God, yeah.
Fulham hosting Tottenham. Can it get any worse for Spurs?
One thing before we say this weekend, this Sunday, actually was the first time in Premier League history that all of the games ended the same scoreline, and it was all of the home teams winning.
Oh, no way.
Oh, I didn't even notice that part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all the home teams. Yep.
Real? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I guess you just ruined all the score lines for the rest of our show.
Oh, that's fine.
We should just cancel the show.
We're done.
Spoiler
Good night,
alert.
everybody. Peace out.
All right, Fulham hosting Tottenham, so I guess you know what the score was.
2-1.
2-1, baby. Let's go.
2 goals in the first half from Fulham, Harry Wilson and Alex Iwobi, before Richarlison did get one back in the 66th minute.
Alex Iwobi with an absolutely beautiful
Yes.
strike. He brought out his inner Arsenal player again for that strike.
Let's go.
Because remember again, the week before they were celebrating Iwobi and Emile Smith-Rowe were celebrating the Arsenal win over Tottenham in
He
the bus.
just channel his inner Arsenal, his inner gunner now.
You have that hate for Tottenham in your DNA.
Well, that's the joke.
Gotta,
That's the
baby.
joke with Arsenal fans is, again, you can take the boy out of Arsenal, but you can't take the Arsenal out of the boy.
Out of the boy. But no, yeah, I mean, Tottenham is destined to go to the next level, which is the previous level.
On 29
They are,
points
bro. I know
after
it's gonna hurt,
28
bro.
matches.
It's gonna be funny for Arsenal fans it's like when that enemy that you hate that lives on your block moves out, and you're like, fuck. Now,
There's enough
Why
more
do
on
I
the block
got?
of London. Right? There's enough more London blocks down there. Right?
Exactly.
My issue is that I don't know. I don't see Forest playing better than Spurs. I don't.
I see.
They still have a game against each other, but I just don't see. I see West Ham jumping out of it, but I don't see Forest jumping.
I like as much kind of fun as it is to poke at Spurs right now. I agree with you. I think West Ham and Forest flip flop. I think West Ham are safe, hopefully for their sake, and I do think Forest.
But Forest doesn't catch up.
Well, again, they're Tottenham's up by 2, so as long as they play better than Forest, that's all that matters.
So West Ham currently is in 18th place on 25 points.
Yeah.
Forest above them in 17th on 27, and Spurs above that on 29.
So 4 points separating both.
But you mean by playing well, just getting better results overall? They haven't. That's the problem. They have been playing the bottom of the table.
But Forest and West Ham have had chances to strike, and they can't.
Right.
Well, true.
West Ham lost 5-2 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like Forest losing 2-1 to Brighton. Like that was a chance to jump on something.
Yeah, it really means nothing. You're right. No,
I will say though it's kind of the exact opposite of the top of the table, where all 3 of these teams are so used to losing that if you can get like an away draw or pick up a win somewhere and get 3 points, that is a huge factor. It's similar to like.
There's another thing that came up with Forest too. They announced today is that, remember how like you can't have 2 teams with the same ownership in the Champions League? They announced that they're still going to keep ownership, like the whole Newcastle and Olympiacos.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they believe that
Nottingham
obviously
and Olympiacos.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Forest. Yeah. They feel that again. Forest is not going to make it to the next. They're not going to win the Europa League or whatever league they're in to make it to the Champions League next year. So again, Olympiacos has a good chance of making it. Forest does not. So they're not giving up their chance at having at least one team. They're going to keep ownership of both teams.
Yeah, I mean,
they announced it today in some weird Twitter thing.
I'm not overly concerned by by that.
So I gotta find it.
But yeah, so okay, I can see that, but then again, Tottenham is playing with fire, man.
No, of
course,
they're definitely putting themselves in a terrible position.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, the joke is what Igor Tudor's already on the chopping block. Like they're talking about getting rid of him.
It's hard and callous to say, but you lost your very first match to a much lower team.
No, his first match was Arsenal.
Yeah, his first match was.
Are you saying Arsenal's a lower team?
No, my bad. Second match to a much lower team. But you lost 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Here we go. Sorry, I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good.
It says Nottingham Forest have decided to comply with UEFA rules on a multi-club ownership. Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos, both owned by Evangelos Marinakis, still have a chance to end up together in the Champions League. 1 March was the UEFA deadline.
Yes.
So they've decided to comply with UEFA's.
Okay.
Well,
Well, obviously, we'll see more.
Basically, they're saying that if both of them make it to the Champions League, they will allow one to get relegated
right
to the Europa instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with that situation then, because
if
Again, that's it. Because they basically know that one of them's not going to be.
one of them is done.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys all know which one that is. Freaking Olympiacos, man. There was a player from Olympiacos, though, that announced something today.
Let's see. So they have Midtjylland of, I believe is that?
Every time I see Midtjylland's thing, I think of Charlton Athletic. Because it's got that black circle with the red in the middle. It's just instead of a sword, it's a lion's face or something. Yeah, see?
Yeah, they are Danish. That's right. Yeah. So and they're consistently playing in Europe. So this should be an interesting tie for them. And then obviously that's only the round of 16. They still have to get through quarters, semis, and a potential final. So, all right. Heading over to the red side of Manchester, hosting Crystal Palace, of course.
Guess what the score was?
2-1.
Guess who won?
The home team.
Let's go.
But under, in my opinion, very dubious circumstances.
Yeah, I mean...
Maxence Lacroix in the 4th minute for Palace. They were then pegged back by a Bruno Fernandes penalty and red card after VAR. And Oliver Glasner was pretty clear on it as well. Of it. He called it the, quote, Old Trafford bonus.
Yes. Well, I mean, one of the biggest memes over that game was announcing that Harry Kane will be missing the next game on concussion protocol.
Oh.
From the supposed kick to the head that he did. Did you see it?
Oh, they sold it all the way.
Yeah. Well,
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. Yeah.
He said Harry Kane. I'm like,
sorry, Harry Maguire.
He can't stop thinking about Tottenham players.
Listen, the guy's lighting it up.
He really is.
Yeah. He's got 50 goals for club and country in 2020.
Yeah.
He's
really.
Yes, but that's the thing is like I guess a Crystal Palace player went up with his foot.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire heads the ball and then acts as if he got kicked in the head, and they got a foul.
Yes. But this one, I am 100% fine with it being a red card. I do think it was denial of a obvious goal scoring opportunity. My issue is the foul, in my opinion, clearly started outside the box.
Yeah.
It was not a penalty.
It was not a penalty.
Yeah.
So, make of that what you will. If United is a man up now for another, 35, 40 minutes,
changes
do they wind up getting the 2 goals anyway? Possibly.
It's the Diego. They want to help Diego out by getting Man United in a second.
And that man, they're gonna win 3 more and then tie again. They're torturing that poor guy. And now
the guy with the hair.
United's
the hair guy, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. But yeah, they just torture for him. Now it's funny for the Manchester City, the United guys. They're just gonna win 4, tie 1, win 4 all the way through the season.
That would actually be a pretty funny
that would be
meme.
Great, dude.
But anyway, yes. Last match of the weekend, the curtain closer of match day 28, Arsenal in a London derby hosting Chelsea. And you heard it here again, 2-1 to the home team.
Let's go.
However, only one team scored goals.
Only what?
Only one team scored goals for this one.
All 3 on corner kicks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Saliba in the 21st, Hincapié an own goal in the 2nd minute of the first half stoppage time.
You cannot get on Arsenal about set pieces when they're currently sitting 2nd in open goals from play in the Premier League.
Why not?
You can't. They are sitting 2nd in open goals and 1st in set pieces.
Listen, goals.
They have 36
goals.
Actually, it's funny.
They have 36 goals from open play and 22 from set pieces.
Oh.
We were on the way in. We were listening to Sirius XM FC radio, and that's all they were talking about. Was
literally. Oh, they need to get more goals in the open field.
They have 36 sitting 2nd in the Premier League in open goal play.
It's irrelevant, bro.
The last game, they scored them all from open goal. Open play.
You win by the sword, lose by the sword. Doesn't matter.
No. I think that Arsenal just has a target on it for every single pundit that's out there.
When you're winning, you get talked about, and when you're losing, you talk about the people that are winning. That's my bottom line in that. What happened with all the other games? Every time we watch a game, and I'm with fans of the other team that are saying something, If they're winning, they go back in their lines. If they're losing and the game is tied, you look for a foul close to the box, because those are the real game changers. To be honest with you, open field is great, and yes. What they were saying is that if you get a fast team, let's say in Europe, you get the one match that this team is playing really open, really fast, and they're not committing fouls. The pundits were saying that you could not be able to keep up because you don't have that confidence of playing in open field. Believe me, these motherfuckers know what they're doing and they know how to play on the open field. If you get an easier goal, you're gonna take that easier goal, and that's just the way soccer happens.
Yeah.
I do not care about those statistics of how you scored a goal. You scored the goal. You won the match. You lost the match. Those are the bottom lines of the situation here. So say what they're gonna say.
Yep.
We'll see at the end of the season. Sometimes you pay for your sins, and I usually have to eat my words most of the time. So we'll see what happens.
We will see.
Yeah.
So after that, match day 28 is complete. I do want to make clear that both Wolves and Arsenal, by way of their midweek match, was that last week?
Yes.
Which is I believe part of match day 31, has already been played. So Arsenal and Wolves have already played 29 matches.
Oh.
The rest of the league are on 28 matches played.
Correct.
But Arsenal lead the league on 64 points. 5 points ahead of Man City. Obviously, if Man City win that game in hand, it would close the gap to 2 points. Goal differential is also quite tight there. Arsenal's at plus 36, Man City on plus 32. Man United on 51 in third, level with Aston Villa. In fifth place, Liverpool on 48, Chelsea then on 45, Brentford in 7th on 43, Everton and Fulham in 8th and 9th, both on 40 points. Closing out the top half of the table is AFC Bournemouth on 39. Brighton and Sunderland are both on 37 in 11th and 12th, respectively. Newcastle on 36, Palace 35, and Leeds United on 31 in 15th place. I believe, I think you guys agree, Leeds is totally safe if they keep doing what they're doing. I still think Tottenham is safe in 16th, but this is where, this is the position where I think you start to worry.
Yeah.
Tottenham on 16th on 29, Forest 17th on 27. West Ham is currently in the drop, 18th on 25 points. Burnley 19th with 19, and Wolves in last on 13 points. So there you have it. And obviously Wolves, in addition to Arsenal, also have that extra match played. So as things shake out, we are now into the last 10 matches.
As the tail end, as the last stretch.
Everything left to play for.
Yeah, this year is actually really competitive. I mean, even as crazy as it might sound, we do have 10 games. Man United has a chance.
No, they don't.
The way they're playing.
No. No.
Stop crushing.
Who do they still play?
I'm shooting for second.
If United win, the 40 points is out.
The 40 points is gone. Yeah,
I'm going for second only.
All right, so after all that, let's take a quick break, and we will be back for 100 miles to home, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, welcome back to A Soccer Fan Walks Into a Bar. I'm Dave. I've got Naz and Diego beside me.
The ghost over here on the left.
We are ready for, well, we're in it, so if we're ready or not, it's happening anyway, but we are here in March already. And we finally, this is week 2 of it, but we finally have some MLS matches to talk about. Not signings, not preseason at Coachella. We are here with the regular season. MLS is back, baby. So let's head over to New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
And, I didn't even put the team.
You didn't even put who they played against.
It didn't matter. They won.
Ghost.
They didn't play anyone, and they could only get one.
It was their bye week.
New York Red Bulls hosting the New England Revolution. A 1-0 victory for the Red Bulls. The third goal of the season already for 17-year-old Julian Hall in the 53rd minute.
Lighting it up,
That's all they needed. And Michael Bradley, obviously very early in the season, but has won now his first 2 competitive matches in his first managerial job for a senior team. He coached the Red Bull 2 prior, which, funny enough, is colloquially termed as the Baby Bulls. And now, because of how young the senior team is, they're also starting to get that Baby Bulls moniker. So, that has always been kind of the Red Bull model. It's specifically for New York Red Bulls, is bringing these young players. Think back to Tyler Adams, and then then they get sent off to.
I'd rather be known as the Baby Bulls than the Pigeons.
Oh, come on. The badass Pigeons. I love the Pigeons.
I don't know.
That is my favorite.
Maybe we'll have to get
I asked
a Red
Cameron
Bull
what
jersey.
they thought of that.
Ooh,
What?
a Red Bull jersey?
Get you a Red Bull jersey.
Listen, I'm a fan of any team that plays for New York in soccer. That's fine.
They play for New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
Listen, then the Giants and the Jets play for New Jersey, too. Technically, the Bills are the only true team.
Precisely. No, I'm just, all kidding aside, we have lots of good Red Bull fans that come into the tap room.
We do.
Before I was a season ticket holder for NYCFC, I did go to many, many, many Metro Stars games.
Oh, yeah, Metro Stars.
Back in the day. Yep. So I grew up, the games that I would go to were the Metro Stars / Red Bull franchise. So just putting that out there. And the stadium's gorgeous too. I don't like driving there and back.
I prefer driving there than having to drive to any of the stadiums in the city, whether it be Yankee Stadium or Mets Stadium or
Yankee Stadium is such an easy
or
drive.
Madison Square Garden or any of those. I would 10 out of 10 take the drive to New York Red Bull.
The thing is, I take the subways and the public transport, and for to go to the city stadium will be much easier to take,
Well, I mean,
do
that's
subway stuff.
Yeah.
But you guys drive, so I definitely see the point, because driving in the city is mayhem, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but realistically, the drive to Yankee Stadium for New York City right now, you're on a non-highway road for about 2 blocks.
Okay.
So I don't mind it. It's an easy job. I've been doing it now for 11 years.
Well, NYCFC is what? New York's at the Yankee Stadium now, right?
Yankee Stadium is their primary home.
Yeah. They're moving towards where the Mets are, right?
They're literally adjacent to the City Field. Yes.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, and again,
that'll be even worse to drive.
It's a longer drive for me.
Yeah.
I do have family that lives right there, so we'll probably just do a lot of overnights and do that. But I'm thrilled with how again I all kidding aside, I think the league is in a better place when both New York teams are doing well.
Yep. And they started well this time.
And they're starting extremely well under Michael Bradley. So
absolutely.
A little further southwest, we'll head over to Philadelphia as New York City FC traveled to the Philly Union.
And that's the one we watched.
This was our first official watch party for the Third Rail Hudson Valley that is trying to get their things in motion. We were going to do the last away game, but obviously, a foot and a half of snow prevented that party. Yeah. And then, guys, if you're listening, watching, whether it's live or down the road, we do plan on having every away match for NYCFC here in the tap room
during the season,
unless we have a wedding or some other random party where the entire room is closed down. So just keep that in mind. We will be definitely posting all that as well. But back at it, Hannes Wolf with a nice goal in the 36th minute. A dubious penalty. Interestingly, though, so about 15 minutes prior, there was another penalty shout, which I still think was not a penalty.
Yeah,
but
you had two players playing the ball.
I wouldn't be, that's one of those penalties where if it weren't my team, either way it's called, I can't necessarily be mad about it. If the referee feels that there wasn't enough contact and he let it go, okay. If he felt there was the contact there, I can't say, no, that's definitely not a penalty. That was kind of in the gray area.
Yep.
And that's where I thought the VAR was, we go back to that whole clear and obvious error thing.
Yeah.
First of all, it took them
forever, dude.
Forever.
Oh my
7,
God.
8 minutes.
That's what led to the plus 10.
I know, but
extra time.
It was crazy.
That's what I'm always screaming in my head is if it's taking this long, it's not clear or obvious.
Yep. Clear or obvious should be 3 minutes. Maybe.
If that.
Maybe, yeah.
If you clearly miss something because, and for the most part, I'm thinking like a situation where I'm watching you two, battle in the box, and all of a sudden a third player runs in front of me and I just can't see it.
Yeah, that will be.
So I can't see it. I have, they call me down. I take a look and there's a different camera angle that shows it. Okay, that's the clear and obvious error. It's not like because I'm purposely trying, it's just, no, you missed it. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of bodies there. Yeah.
Or anything like that. Absolutely.
So that realistically, 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute, like to have to look that many times to see
and
if
discuss something for that long. Yeah.
It's not like you're looking, and again, we'll go back to the Man United match. If you take that long to see, okay, was the contact outside the box or in the box, like stuff like that. If you want to take a longer look at it, I don't like it, but I understand it. To have looked that long, I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, what was the play? It was like hit the chest and the hand?
It was no. It was.
Or was the pull?
It was two players coming in. It was Raul Gustavo, and I don't recall the Philadelphia forward. And there was contact. I didn't think there was enough, and the ball went straight through, and the referee let play go. Next stoppage, the VAR called down for him to have a look.
Oh, yeah, they hit the leg. Hit the back of the calf.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're talking both players played the ball, and that's what happened. Both legs went up at the same time. Obviously, the Philadelphia player got to it first. The New York City FC player hits the leg behind it.
But nobody actually touched the ball.
Nobody actually touched the ball.
That's what happened. Yeah. And again, those situations, it's very defined by the interpretation of the referee at the moment, and that has always been my problem with soccer and instant replay situations. That soccer was never that type of game for so many years that even though we've been doing this VAR thing for about 20, we're competing against, it's a nature versus nurture thing. We give it a few more years, maybe we get used to it, and it becomes like football that is much more effective and there is less criticism and things are more defined. But instant replay in a soccer match, it's just not natural. You know what I mean? It's not like something that should have been. Like you just accept it. We got used to just accepting the call and let it be. You know what I mean? Then we started with the goal line. The goal line, I accepted it. Yeah. It's actually pretty awesome.
But that's cut and dry. There's no, it doesn't take minutes or even seconds. It's literally a buzz to your watch.
Exactly. And to me, that was the extent of technology in soccer. Personally, I'm old-fashioned. Call me a purist, which I don't think that's
I don't think anyone's ever going to call you a purist.
But exactly. But
as you're wearing pajama pants on a
there
podcast.
There you go, baby. Check it out. Black and red, baby.
Christmas morning here?
It's Bournemouth colors. I'm supporting. I couldn't find my shirt, though, so I'm carrying the colors. Yeah. But no, that is my thought. You know what I mean? If we're going to accept it, it's going to take a long time to figure it out and get it actually right properly, So for now,
I think the other issue too is like they're making strides to make sure all of the minutes of the game are played, right? Which is making the game longer, but then they're also trying to cut down on stoppages by increasing more ways of figuring out whether somebody was onside or not, right? Like the Canadian Premier League is going to test out the new offside rule, which I think is absolutely horrendous.
You're talking about the daylight rule?
Yeah. Well, I think it's horrendous.
That's your boy Arsene Wenger.
I love Arsene Wenger, but I'm not going to agree with.
I will say, like post-retirement, he's just coming up with these kooky ideas. Like he was one of the guys that wanted if you're in your defensive half, it's a kick in, not a throw in. Like I think he was one of the guys with the blue card with just I don't know, man. He's losing his damn mind.
That's the thing, is they're finding so many ways to increase the game's length, but also try to decrease the game's length, and it's just they're doing the same thing with baseball. They're doing the same thing with baseball. You're saying with baseball, like they just introduced the pitch clock to speed up the game, and now they're allowing batters to challenge challenge
A pitch or
pitches. They're
something,
doing automated. What is it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're,
it's just,
you're overextending.
The
You're
automated
pulling-
strike zone, yeah.
Yeah, you're pulling the rope at both ends, so it's not gonna go anywhere, and that is kind of like the situation that a little bit problematic to me, to be honest with you. But we're here. We gotta start accepting this type of situations, and let's go back to the match because I do want to talk about this young man that missed 2 goals.
Oh my God! Well, so at any rate, by the way, I gotta fix something for the next stream. Where the picture quality is not. It's only going at like 360p.
Oh.
But anyway, Indiana Vasilev did convert the penalty on the second dubious one.
Yeah.
In the 89th minute, resulting in, as you said, 10 minutes of stoppage time. And in the 9th minute of those 10, Jamaican international, Bronx native, Tavon Gray, with a flying in with a header, just past Andre Blake, and NYCFC stole all 3 points.
Yep.
I mean, they for me,
No, they were the better team. They should have won it. They deserved the win. And that's one thing.
If your boy, not your boy, but if Seymour, I believe is his first name.
I
Seymour
don't even
Reed,
know, man. I was too busy yelling at the screen.
He was in on goal
twice
from midfield with nobody within 25 yards of him.
Bro. Nobody, man.
And I knew it from the beginning. I could see
panic.
You know what he was looking around,
trying to dish that ball. He was like, "I don't want this. I don't want this ball." That's what I was.
He's a very fast player, and he looked like he was wearing diving boots.
Yes, he did not want that ball at that moment.
All
and
he had to do was play it to the side of the goalkeeper. He would have an open
honestly,
goal.
You know what? I'm saying it like, I played at a fairly high level, obviously not in the MLS. If I were Seymour Reed, what I'm doing there is faking a shot and trying to run past Andre Blake.
Just pull a Havertz.
Exactly. And that is one thing that you said that it's very important is, yes, you might have not played at a high level, but a soccer player has two definitions. Yes. You either want the ball or you don't want the ball. You want to be a role player
same with taking penalties. I love taking penalties because I don't give a shit if I miss. And that's what you need from you need that mentality.
That fear, because he, like you said, he was looking around. He slowed down. He was waiting for somebody to please save him. And that is not something you want to see on your 9 by himself.
Exactly. Right. At that point, why is he playing the 9? Why aren't you playing the wing? Like,
And he came on as a sub. It's not like he was out of gas.
No. He was fresh. He was just.
I will say
he looked fresh.
He's a very young player. So hopefully for New York City's sake and Seymour Reed's sake, you can chalk this up to a learning experience.
Yeah, no, hopefully, because the thing is, like you said,
what happens if Tavon doesn't make that goal?
Yeah, no, they're done, and he's
then at that point, Reed's crucified for missing 2 open goal chances,
and he still is
rightfully
so. The win, but
it's rightfully so. Like that's the thing, and the kid, like you said, the kid played well. Like physically, he overpowered everybody that he played against.
He was even after that, he was chasing balls.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
It's just right there. That was scary to see because of the mental side of the situation.
Right. You could see this. There was no split decision.
Yeah.
He could not make a decision on the fly.
He just didn't want to do it, and it was tough. You know what I mean? But the other thing I did see about the team, and something that I talked a lot about last year, was their poise in the last quarter of the field. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so different this year. Yeah. I mean, I've seen 2 games only, but it was so much different.
And we saw it toward the end of last year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Pascal
you're right.
Janssen, last year was his first season. Yeah. Obviously, it takes some time to, not just for we always say this about players, but it takes a lot of time for managers as well to adjust to MLS. It's a totally different league. Yep. Whether it's the travel, whether it's the salary cap restrictions, whether it's the ability for players to move around from club to club under this structure. So they looked very good toward the end of the season. Obviously, they lost to Miami in the semifinals. But
no, that's Miami in the final, right?
Oh, the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference, which for me is a semi. Yep. But yes, so we're both right.
But no, very good signs of NYCFC starting this year. Hopefully they carry on like that.
Again, everyone is, and maybe rightfully so, especially now that they are the current holders of the title.
Yeah.
If you want to be the champ or if you want to be regarded as the best, you have to get through Miami.
You do.
But outside of all the plaudits for Miami, you know, a lot of pundits are saying like NYCFC so far, only 2 weeks through, have had the best 180 minutes of football.
Yes, that's
league.
actually very. I agree with that 100%.
So
You got to give it to Matt Freese, though.
Matt
Oh my
Freese,
God,
man.
yeah.
Played
Yes.
lights out in the last 20 minutes of that
Yeah.
game.
Yes, he did. Those
Before
two
the red card,
saves.
Philadelphia Union did get a red card. Let's
Yeah,
also not
yes.
forget that they did get a red card too.
Which
But before
again,
that red
was
card,
a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it
I
was.
was
was it? It was
texting-
the fist pump.
Yeah, well,
And
so the only thing I can think of is that fist pump. His back was to the camera.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that that fist pump was accompanied by some language
slur?
that I wouldn't
Well,
say
the-
a slur,
the
but
fist was
we all
also-
know there are certain words that
The fist
you
was
know,
also directed. Instead of just throwing it out in the air, it was
Too
also
close
directed
to the
at,
ref.
well, it was
No,
at
yeah,
the
but
ref.
he was like
He was
20,
looking at
20
the ref.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking there was
Yeah.
something said along with the fist pump.
You're thinking like we were
Well,
talking
like
about
you
that
saw,
thing.
you saw it in the Arsenal Chelsea game. What was it? Enzo Fernandez throwing the ball down.
Yeah.
Right, and getting his red card. Like,
But that I feel like is in the
Thinking it's
books
Chelsea.
as in the laws of the
Yeah.
game.
But you know what? It comes down to. I'm sorry for the referee. It comes down to. I think he messed up in some call.
I thought,
and we're making it happen on this call now.
and it went for both sides. I thought
Yeah.
the match was pretty poorly officiated.
Yeah, it was.
You know, some of that was to New York City's benefit, some of it was not. But yeah, definitely not a great match for that.
but
For
yeah,
the
but
referees.
prior to that red card, Matt Freese was playing extremely
It was
well because of the
extremely
onslaught
well.
that Philadelphia
Yeah.
tried to bring in.
And let's Andre Blake made some great saves also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
I mean, the two goals, 1-on-1 against the kid. Those two.
and
One of them was all him.
Andre Blake does tend to bring out his best against New York City.
Yeah.
If you remember back, in the playoff game, the save from
Yeah.
half field. So.
Yeah, running
Oh
back.
yeah.
But at any rate, let's we finally have enough content in MLS and 100 miles to home to actually need a break after it.
Oh, wow.
So let's take a quick break and we will be back for what's on tap and one for the road.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to A Soccer Fan Walks Into a Bar. We are here for What's on Tap, our tail end of our show. And I was going to say the final segment, but we do have one for the road as well. So What's on Tap is just kind of a preview of the week to come. Some of these matches will be live on in the tap room. Some will be on your TVs at home. But we do like to, whether we're showing them or not,
Remind you
we
and keep
like to
you-
remind you
keep you
and let you know
updated.
what's going on. So, an action-packed week. We have midweek Premier League action, as well as in the other countries cup action, and then kind of flip-flops on the weekend. So tomorrow, which is, or if you're listening to this on the radio or on Spotify rather, it'll be day of. But so Tuesday at 2:30. We will be opening early for AFC Bournemouth's match against Brentford. They are, again, we talked about it earlier, 8 matches unbeaten. Brentford are above them on the table by 4 points. So this could, again,
Big one.
I've been saying this, I said it towards the tail end of last year. I've been saying it lately since they're on this hot streak. If Bournemouth have European aspirations,
These are
this
the
is a
results
match
they
that you
gotta
need 3
get.
points.
Correct.
You're at home against a team just above you on the table
Yep.
that is also fighting for Europe. And
Yeah,
again,
this is-
there's no shame in not winning this match, but
These are the ones you
if
gotta
your
get,
mindset
yeah.
is, yes, we're a European team, this needs to be 3 points.
100%. 100%.
All right. Later that afternoon, 3 p.m. on Tuesday, Barcelona hosting Atletico Madrid in the second leg of Copa del Rey. Do we have La Remontada Part 2?
I hope not.
I don't think so. So Atleti, was it 4-0, right?
Yeah.
It was a 4-0 first leg in favor of Atletico.
It wasn't 5, right?
No, I think you're
No, it's
thinking of Betis and Atletico.
5-1, yeah.
Yeah. So 4-0, they have to overcome. I don't see it happening. Also at 3, Coppa Italia is in action. Como hosting Inter Milan.
Is that another Man City Newcastle? I've heard that matchup a couple of
Well,
times
they've
this
always
year.
been
I do
playing.
think
They've been playing forever, man.
I think they just played.
Oh, okay, maybe that's
in the
what
league.
it is. It's just recently. All right.
Oh no, they played AC Milan. That's
They
right.
played
1-1 draw.
Milan.
The
Yeah.
Milan
The
name,
Milans.
that was the thing. Okay, I was.
Oh, no,
thinking-
there you go. They played April 12th and April 22nd. They're going to be playing again.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, no, that's the second leg of
Yeah,
the
but they're
cup.
going to be playing
Yeah.
within, concession of each
within
other
the
again.
months.
So they probably last played back in the fall or winter, I would guess.
Right there, 4-0 on December 6th.
Yeah.
Hey, well, never mind then. But I did. It did sound way too
Yeah.
familiar. But I guess it's the other Milan that was in between them.
All right, Wednesday, more early openings. 2:30 p.m. We have two of our supporters clubs in action. Manchester City hosting Nottingham Forest, and Brighton and Hove Albion looking to throw. Give me an English term here. Throw a spanner in the works for Arsenal here. Brighton,
but no quip against Nottingham Forest trying to throw a spanner in against City.
nah, they're useless.
Are you sure?
There
I-
you-
Are you sure?
This is the one
Listen,
again.
Wolves just beat Villa.
I know, but I'm
You
on
never know.
record
Wolves
as-
tie Arsenal. You never know.
I think Forest is going down. I think they are a rudderless ship.
Listen, this is when my prediction comes in and they start winning and Tottenham goes down too.
Another
I don't take
interest-
points for
I
that.
don't
Don't
know.
worry about it. I don't take points for Tottenham going down.
Another interesting league match as well, also in that 2:30 time slot. Villa, who again are falling off, hosting Chelsea. Chelsea on the heels of that loss to Arsenal. But outside of playing Arsenal under Liam Rossignol are doing quite well. So I will be very interested to see
You know
how
how-
this match shakes out.
You know how I feel about Aston Villa. They can lose all their matches if they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far they've been a rough 5 matches.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, more cup action as well. 3 p.m. Lazio versus Atalanta in the other Coppa Italia semifinal first leg, and Real Sociedad hosting Athletic Club in Bilbao in the second leg of Copa del Rey. I want to see what the result of the first leg of that was. Sociedad won 1-0 in Bilbao. So Sociedad is back home now.
Ooh, that's gonna
Trying
be a
to
good
protect
match.
that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, no, that stadium is crazy though.
And I just realized, is that a derby? Right? Sociedad is
Close enough.
right. They're both in Basque country, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got a Basque derby in the Copa del Rey semifinal. All right. Back to league action. Newcastle United hosting Manchester United at 3:15. And then at 6:45 p.m., the women's national team in the second match of 3 in the She Believes Cup against Canada.
Nasty reps in the last game.
Yeah. Did you see
They just
the hair
did-
The hair
pulling
pull
of
with the
Jayden
hiding behind
Shaw?
the shoulder.
Yeah.
They get crazy. man.
Apparently, Trinity Rodman came out and said that she heard Argentinian players laughing and smiling
Yeah,
when
you could
players went down
see-
hurt and injured.
Yeah, in her videos, in the video of her talking to one of the personnel, you could see her say they're
Yeah.
effing laughing at us.
Yeah. You know, I mean, let me be honest. You think we are rough playing soccer, bro? Women,
Yeah.
Yeah.
scary tough. They go. Sometimes I've been watching those matches and I think they're going way too hard. And as you saw, Argentina, sometimes even maliciously.
Yeah.
And that's just not just. This is not an isolated situation. It happens so often though. I've been watching a lot of Colombia women's, games with
the
my daughter
femenil?
and everything, the femenil. And yes, even if it is Mexico, Colombia, all the European countries, France, all of them, they are really, really, really vicious.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have to do about it. They need to establish some kind of extra regulations other than the normal rules or something because it does. It gets a little crazy though.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but yeah, we need to regulate that. It's going to be dangerous in a very short future.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, that's what it'll take is a
Some serious injury or something.
or
Yeah.
issue, and there you go. It pops off.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It shouldn't be that way.
All right, rolling into the weekend, we have a late start. For the pour over will still be bright and early, but we do have a late start in terms of
Games.
watch party kickoffs. 12:30 p.m. FC Köln are hosting Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund fresh off of their Der Klassiker defeat.
Arsenal do play at 7:30 that day.
Like I said, 12:30.
7:30.
Well,
7:30,
listen, we will be following along to the Arsenal game while
Mansfield.
Mansfield,
Mansfield.
while we record our pour over. But yeah, just like Bournemouth last week, we're not going to do the 7:30 kickoff.
Yep.
All right, 12:30 as well. Atletico Madrid and Real Sociedad. I thought that was a game that has a lot of potential impact in La Liga table. 12:45. Back to the FA Cup. Wrexham hosting Chelsea.
I actually have to say, are we going to show it? Because I did have a couple of people asking.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's Wrexham, just because it's current, but I did have a couple like casual soccer.
I put it in the,
watch it on the
Instagram post.
That would be fun. Oh, that's why I got to ask questions.
There you go.
That's awesome. People read your posts, my friend.
Good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. All right, into the afternoon, 2:30 p.m. I will be at this match, New York City Football Club, with their home opener against Orlando City.
Hey, get some content.
All right, 3 p.m. Athletic Club Bilbao hosting Barcelona. Also 3 p.m. Newcastle United hosting Man City in the FA Cup. So we will have that match on one of the TVs. And then 3:30 p.m. the curtain closer of She Believes Cup. This is the U.S. Women's National Team hosting Colombia. This is at Sports Illustrated Stadium. If you are local and interested in going, take a look at my Instagram from, I think, a week and a half ago. Through Eastern New York Youth Soccer Club, we do have a discount code for those tickets, and that includes the Argentina-Canada match as well. So it's a single admission doubleheader. I believe there are no tickets left for the bus part of the trip, so you will be responsible for your own transportation. But the doubleheader tickets are still going. I think the last I saw, we had like 60 or 70 tickets sold just through Eastern New York.
That's awesome.
Very good showing from our local fans. Sunday, not a huge day in action. A lot of the action was on Saturday, but 3:45.
Big classic.
Derby della Madonnina. AC Milan hosting Inter Milan. When I say hosting, they are designated as the home team. They share a stadium. And then at 4:30, Red Bulls will be hosting CF Montreal. What an action-packed week this is going to be.
It's going to be a lot, yeah.
All right, time for our final segment, One for the Road. For those of you that don't know, this is a kind of a, sports and soccer news that are either teams that we don't normally cover or
news
off
that
the
have popped
field
up,
news or just fun stuff that doesn't really fit into our normal
the
content.
format, yeah.
So I'll start with some MLS news. Of course, there is no news like Messi news.
Yes, sir.
So Inter Miami trailed.
Unless it's Sun news.
Inter Miami trailing 2-0 at halftime at Orlando City. Came back to win 4-2. 2 goals from Messi and an assist from Messi. And I don't know if you saw. So a lot of people, whether it's the MLS, whether it's the Saudi League, are saying the retirement leagues, these guys don't give a shit, whatever. So there was a clip caught of Messi after scoring his second goal. So he motioning over to Orlando City manager.
Oh, no way.
Asking him if he would like his autograph after the game. So the shithousery, first of all, is incredible. But to see Messi has done literally everything there is to do.
Yep.
Including win MLS Cup last year. And he still has the competitive drive and care, which again, like a lot of people said this, and a lot of people that are Americans but not MLS fans said this exactly about Messi. Is like, he's just he's here for the paycheck, the marketing, but he cares, and it's a great. In my opinion, it's even though it's like bordering on unsportsmanlike, it's a great look for Messi and for the league.
I have to 100% agree with you because I have never seen Messi as a real person.
Right.
He's always a public figure, but he's never been like a real person in Europe. Nowadays in America, he's been doing like all these.
He's got the American.
Exactly.
arrogance.
He's adapting to the culture. He's been doing podcasts. He's been going to all these Spanish speaking podcasts and talking to all these fans and becoming more accessible. Not because he didn't want to be in Europe. It's just because he was too big in Europe. He couldn't be that way.
Correct.
So that new Messi is refreshing. Wild as hell, man. That thing. He was about to beat a referee a couple games prior to that. Like, it is, yes. Like David said, it's a little unsportsmanlike, but who cares, man? He already did everything that he needed to do while being proper. Now it's time to the Dennis Rodman type Messi. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. I'm down. I am totally down with that.
I want to see. I think this is it right here. Where I have it on a TV.
Oh, that is. Oh, there it is. There it is. You right, get it? Get una firma. This. But yeah, no, that's the new Messi, but that's what the MLS needs.
Yeah.
Somebody charismatic that is
I mean, you look at him. You look at Son Heung-min. You look at Thomas Muller,
Yep.
So. This is the era, and again, I'm not painting with a broad brush. I'm not implying that David Beckham didn't care. He did.
He was.
But you do have a lot of these foreign stars that come to the league and just are mailing it in, getting their paycheck, getting their time in the U.S.
These guys are actually taking it serious.
This group of international stars is a totally new breed, and even Don Garber said, like, here we are, MLS 3.0. Like, this is what we are.
I agree.
So,
I 100%
anyway,
agree with
that's
that.
my one for the road. What have you guys got for us?
Aaron's got one. I'm clean on that one.
All right. So for the. We've broken history when it comes to the Tottenham rivalry for the 4th consecutive season, for the 26th season in the last 33, and the most earliest of all seasons, St. Totteringham's Day, has been celebrated today.
There you go.
Which is the day in which it has been Tottenham will mathematically finish below Arsenal no matter the remaining games.
Yes.
Yep.
Again, it is the earliest that it has ever happened in the history of.
And obviously, by virtue of that, because Arsenal in first place, Tottenham are also mathematically eliminated from the title race.
Yes.
There is no chance they can win it.
Correct. Yeah.
So, all right. Yes, no,
that's it.
I like it.
That is a funny one, but then again, it's gonna be a missed enemy when they go down.
If they go down.
When they go down.
Well, again, there'll be no more St. Tottenham Day.
Exactly, that'll be sad.
It'll be celebrated on the first day.
I was gonna say it'll be August
every year.
15th.
The first day of the season. That will be.
You know what would be hilarious, or not hilarious, but like cool, is if they get relegated. And then they wind up playing each other in the FA Cup or something. Yeah, that would be
that was sick.
It's the Family Guy meme where the Mets are up to bat on the first game of the season, crack of the bat, and the announcer goes, and that's the season.
Well, instead of that's the season, that's the show for us today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Danny, thank you for hanging out and chat a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure you catch us on YouTube and on Twitch. Follow our Instagram for any and all of the updates, both soccer news as well as the upcoming matches, any parties that we have going on. We do have tons and tons of new content planned for March and into the spring. In fact, we'll be back here tomorrow off screen. Doing some big interviews things. And doing some content for y'all. Make sure you jump into the Discord. We've just added new channels for our Man City and NYCFC supporters groups. We had someone on Instagram actually looking for more Arsenal matches, so we might be looking to do some stuff with them. We have some Tottenham fans that are looking to do some stuff. So that being said, if you are a fan of or a supporter of one of the clubs that we are not currently representing and you want to be a part of it, we are happy to help facilitate that. So jump into there. Check out our website, cdunewburgh.com. We are already working on the next set of shop items for you. Probably a new T-shirt, maybe a new hat. The new jersey will probably wait until the summer for, but trying to always keep some new fresh stuff for you there. Did I cover everything?
Yeah,
Is
you
that
did good.
all the things? Wow.
Yeah, you actually did share.
Thanks. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. That's what I knew. I forgot something. So thank you to my
Peace out, my
lovely
people.
two co-hosts here, Naz and Diego. We will see you tomorrow in the tap room for our watch parties. Also,
Yes, sir.
by the way, we have Ramona Flowers doing a concert here.
Yep.
Pretty
And
much,
she may swing.
pretty much right after the match. So,
Yep. So if you come watch the match, stay for the concert.
come for the cherries,
Yep.
stay for the music.
Like it. Very
Yes,
nice.
All right.
Very nice.
That's going to do it for us. If you are only a YouTube/Twitch watcher or Spotify/Apple Podcast listener, we will see you back here on Saturday morning